With the beginning of what I'm going to call the mid-season update for Season 3, I do want to give 343 some credit, and except for a few items like the HCS bundles, none of it is really FOMO anymore. They made it to where you can buy all these bundles and stuff from the armor customization. So to 343, good job on getting rid of the FOMO in your cash shop and giving customers the option to buy stuff that they may not have had the opportunity to be on for a certain amount of time. But even with that patched in, I still think the Spartan customization needs work in Halo Infinite bad. And on my first point, I think we need more communication on cross-score, because it's a feature that everyone wants, and the radio silence we've had on it for basically the entire time, except for the visors, which was good, but honestly, core visors was stupid, so I'm glad they got rid of that. But the lack of communication over time has just been bad. We at least need to know if you're working on it or if you're not working on it at the moment. And that goes to other things too. It's like 343, communicate with your fan base. Because at this point, you need as much goodwill as you can muster with this community. Also, I'd like to say that I think the community had a genius idea with cross-core. Because the idea that the Mark V, the Mark VII, Mirage, the Rakasha, I hope I pronounced it right. The fact that they're like wardrobes that you can put on your Spartan and you can mix between the sets is genius. 343 has a base good design with the core system they have implanted now. They just need to get rid of the restrictions like the community wants, and we'll just have this genius system and probably some of the best customization we've ever seen in Halo. And now that we got cross-core out of the way, I want to talk about the cash shop in Halo Infinite. There's an acronym with 3 words I can describe the cash shop as, and that is the triple B. Boring, basic, bad. And what I mean by that is it has gotten better in Season 3, I'll give them credit, but for instance, there was a weapon skin where all the weapons become purple, and it's like, that's cool, but it should be a bit more special than just a purple weapon skin. Like, it should be animated. We should have animated visors, animated armor coatings, animated vehicle skins, and just crazy stuff. Like, we need to see good items in the shop, because right now it's very basic. And there are some items that you can get in the battle pass included, but also in the store, and it's like, why do I want this? Especially with the way they have the core systems placed right now, it's like, yeah, you can buy a khaki for this, and then the Rakasha has its own khaki. When cross-core inevitably comes, there's going to be these 2 really similar armor coatings, and you just realize you wasted money. But if you had cool animations with them, it would give them more value to the consumer. And I also had a thing happen in Season 3 where I decided not to play Halo Infinite for a week because the reward was a purple rocket launcher, but I already bought the purple rocket launcher in the shop. And I know there's some slight differences, but guys, it's still just a purple rocket launcher. It's not that big of a deal. I don't care that one is rewardable and the other one's not. It's like, put some key differences, like make the shop one have a cool animation because they spent money on it, and then make the weekly one a bit more just, you know, purple launcher. Or do it the other way, I don't care. But have some differences between them. It's kind of like the redacted records and Cadet Gray in the Battle Pass. It's like they look nearly the same. You can barely tell a difference. Give some key differences to your armor coatings or it just looks lazy. And on the subject of armor coatings, let me just say that I actually don't mind the armor coating system, but I think it needs vast improvements. And what I propose is that we have the old school armor color system back and then make it to where the armor coatings are like cool things you can add. Like, yeah, they'll have less customization, but it'll have the camos and stuff. But then, you know, if you want to have all white, you can have all white. And if you want to have red and green, you can have red and green. And you don't have to hope that 343 makes it in an armor coating. Because then it's like, well, I can just have the basic colors I want. And then 343 can come up with really cool stuff in the battle pass or store that I may also want. And I'll just go grab that and put it on. It gives 343 the opportunity to not have to waste their talents with Cadet Blue, Cadet Red, Cadet Orange, and stuff like that, and you leave that in our hands, and you go make the crazier armor coatings that we want to buy. And then what you can do once that's happened is then you can also sell new presets for custom armor coatings. And then all of a sudden you don't even have to make the armor coatings anymore if you don't want to, because you'll be giving the community the chance to make their own armor coating. So let them make a blue and green coating or a blue and green camouflage coating. Let them make this and make that. And not only are you gonna make money off of armor coating presets, you could sell the gold color because that's not really something traditionally in Halo. Just sell weird colors that are not traditionally in the armor color system that we've had in previous Halos. And I think the fans would be grateful, and all of a sudden we have some of the best customization in this new Halo Infinite that we've ever seen before. Where right now, I honestly think Halo 3 MCC has front and center the best customization. And on the topic of customization, I just want to say that we need more customization options with the Fracture events. Especially since you're giving the Fracture armor core away regardless of event, you need to put Fracture event parts into the battle pass so we can have a more in-depth Fracture core, because the Eagle Strike, the Chimera, and the Yuri, I hope I pronounced that right, sorry if I didn't, don't really have much in the way of customization. And the customization they do have, you have to have been there to get it. And you know what? I'm okay with limited time events. But come on, guys. There's only one glove you can put on any of those Fracture event cores, and I don't even know why it's an option. Just black it out. Like, I'm sure you guys plan to add stuff later on, but it looks sloppy that there's just no options at all. It's just like, you're gonna get these gloves and you're gonna like it. And I don't know how 343 intends to handle the Fracture event customization items that you could earn for the limited time, like the Yuri armor and the Chimera armor and the Eagle Strike armor. But what I would suggest, and my idea on it, is just you have two options. One, make it a free battle pass that players can just play and earn the items since it was a free event. Or number two, the one better for your wallet, is you have them pay like, I don't know, $5 to $10. Don't make it a whole lot because it's only like 30 tiers to 20 tiers depending on the core, and let them earn it. So that way they have something they can play for because Halo Infinite severely needs it, and they won't feel left out that they couldn't get these items at a certain time. Because like my friend, for instance, he couldn't get any of the Yuri stuff because he was deployed in the Middle East by the United States military, and I think it's unfair that he doesn't get the opportunity to get these items just because he was serving his country. And the last thing I want to say for the video today is I want to see more AI announcers, because what we have now is honestly kind of pathetic. Like, where's Sergeant Johnson AI? Where's the Master Chief AI? Where's the Cortana AI? Where is the Gears of War Marcus Phoenix AI? Like, we should have guests from other games that Microsoft at least, and this is the at least, owns, because I think that would make the AI a lot better. Like, you know how cool it'd be if we had like Parthenax from Skyrim being one of the AIs, just to have crazy stuff. And I mean, honestly, why not? It's a perfect place to add a little bit more star power, in my opinion. And everyone loves hearing Sergeant Johnson speak to them. I mean, that's why the firefight voices back in Halo Reach were so popular. It's like, oh cool, I can hear Sergeant Johnson when I'm playing firefight. These are some of my ideas on how we could improve Spartan customization and in turn the cash shop in Halo Infinite. If you have any ideas of your own, put them in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video, and
I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.